Alrighty, this week for week 9 video discussion posts, we had to watch the film Watchmen that was in 2009 and any other stuff that's in the module we have to talk about. And the first question is, as you can see by the two professional film reviews in the module that we watched, or that were in the module, they can be either positive or negative. Watchmen comic fans usually either love the film or hate it. The author of the book despises the film. Do a little digging on your own and see why he hates it so much and why do you think so. I think the reason is he just didn't like DC in general, the way his characters were portrayed. That's what I thought, because the way I kind of had this opinion too. Like the characters, there's like no subtlety at all. Like they just kind of like there's no inferring about what the characters feel or anything. It's just like they lay it all out there, and it's just like it's not like it's not intelligent storytelling. It's just like blank. It's kind of just blank. They just throw it all out there and let no like mental mapping of what you think the characters are. And that's my first take on why I didn't like the characters, because they weren't like his characters. He wanted like more mystery in this universe that he created, but there was none, because that's why I did not like the. I know that's why I think he didn't like it. For the second question, we have to answer, what was your own interpretation of the film versus the graphic novel? And this is the case in for most cases are like this. Like most of the books and movies that I've read and watched, we prefer the book over the movies in most cases, just because like you get it more. You can build your own world and like what you expected in your. You can build your own characters and like how you perceive them, so it's more friendly in your mind. But here you don't get that privilege, but watching a film is always like a nice, because another form of medium that you get. Like this is kind of a weird case. I was comparing like Harry Potter and watching the movies, and like, but it's kind of different because we already have pictures of the characters in comic books. So it's kind of like this is a weird case of reading a comic book and then watching the movie, of having that experience. I mean, it's just like not that. So, but another thing, one of the main things that threw me for a loop, watching the film versus reading the graphic novel. This is not important to the story at all, but the thing that threw me for a loop and I was like shocked about was Rorschach's mask moving. Like I thought it was just like a pantyhose he pulled over his face or something, but then like, it was actually moving. Like, whoa, it threw me off for a loop. So that was one of the big things that I saw in the film versus the graphic novel. Okay, for the third and final question on the week 9 post, it is music, another part of humanities, and it plays a large role in the film The Watchmen. The Watchmen is known for having one of the best opening credit scenes. How do you think music during this particular opening scene makes such a difference? I like the song selection of Unforgettable in this scene. Anything where you have like a slow methodical song that's like just nice chords on a piano, and like have like an intense fighting scene in the background. It's always kind of fun, always cool to watch, because it's like such high action. You expect like more like a high tempo song, but it's like cool just to see like the chill song playing with the high impact thing. It's always interesting as a viewer. I like that. And another reason why this opening scene was so important is we see the origin of the smiley face when the comedian dies or gets killed in the opening scene, and that kind of like strikes the whole, like sparks the whole like Watchmen reuniting kind of thing with the whole comedian dying, because they could all wrap around. They all liked him, so they could rally around that cause kind of thing. And that was my week 9 discussion video for The Watchmen.